You need to be absolutely clear why you want to buy real estate in Hawaii. What is the purpose? So we get a lot of calls from all over the country, from all over the world. People want a little place where they can vacation for their personal enjoyment, and they want some rental income where the property can pay for itself and then some while they're not using the property for their own enjoyment. And often that is what we call a condotel, where you get the best of both worlds. And sometimes we have clients that want a little bigger space, or have a limited budget, or want to be in a different neighborhood, and then that would be a regular condo where short-term renting may not be allowed. Sometimes people get confused and end up with the wrong product. So let me tell you a story. Many years ago, maybe perhaps 20 years ago, I got a call from Colorado, a couple that said, hey, we've been coming every year for the last 15 years, and we spend so much money staying at a hotel. We stay for 6 weeks, and that's a lot of money. We are ready to buy a little condo or condotel. So we discussed condotel versus regular condo. We looked at condotels, and then they said, well, fine and dandy, but we have one more requirement. We like to go to Kailua Beach. Is there anything close to Kailua Beach? Well, there are no condotels close to Kailua Beach. They are regular condos. So we looked at regular condos. They ended up buying a regular condo close to Kailua Beach. They get the keys, they're happy. Many years later, maybe 12 years later, they call me, hey, remember us, we bought this little condo next to Kailua Beach. Well, we won't be coming to Hawaii. We're up in age now. We got to stay with family in Colorado. And by the way, we never, ever stayed in our little condo in Kailua. I said, what happened? And they explained, well, once we got the keys, we put a tenant in there for 6 months, thinking that once the tenant moves out, we'll be back in the winter, and then we can stay there for personal enjoyment. But the tenant extended and extended and extended. So for the last 12 years, the tenant stayed there uninterrupted. Think about it. This client entirely missed their initial goal. And their initial goal was they wanted a place for personal enjoyment where they don't have to spend money on hotel stay. They didn't get that. They still ended up paying the same amount for hotel stay as they had before. They wanted maximum rental income potential, which they would get with a condotel with short-term renting. They didn't get that. They got a long-term tenant who paid mediocre rent. Then they wanted to be close to Kailua Beach. Well, they didn't get that either. They ended up staying in Waikiki at a hotel and still drove every day over to Kailua Beach. On top of it, they sold the property without doing a 1031 exchange. So all the tax benefits that they may have enjoyed over the years, just about all of it, they give up when they sell their investment property without doing a 1031 exchange. So much for planning and lousy execution. So define the purpose of your purchase and be very clear so that you end up with the correct property. Tiger Woods once was asked, how are you able to play at such a high level of professionalism and success? And he said, well, there's only two things. It's very simple. First, I figure out exactly where the ball has to go. And second, I figure out exactly what I need to do to get the ball there. For more real estate stuff, go to hawaiiliving.com, sign up, like, and subscribe. Until next time, mahalo, aloha.